Okay, so My Old Ass, which is the first, an ass in the American sense. This is the first of two Aubrey Plaza films out this week. This is written and directed by Megan Park, who played Grace Bowman in the TV series Secret Life of the American Teenager and directed The Fallout from 2021. So Maisie Steller is Elliott, who is a young queer woman who is about to leave her rural home and head off for a new life in college. One evening, she and her friends decide to go to a nearby island, because they kind of live by water, to do shrooms. And whilst high, she meets, or she at least hallucinates, an older woman played by Aubrey Plaza, who tells her, "I'm not just an older woman, I am your older self." And this older self seems less than enthusiastic about the future that awaits. Here's a clip.
Tell me something good.
Something good.
Why are you struggling to find something good from the future?
This is good.
Okay.
You're gonna be psyched.
Okay,
to know
tell me.
that you are a PhD student. Yeah.
No. What? You're joking.
But I don't want to tell you in what, because I want you to have something to look forward to.
Look forward to?
Yeah.
Did you just tell me I'm in my 40s and I'm still in school?
30s. 30s.
So future Elliott is very vague on details. And she says, "I don't want to tell you stuff about it because I know, if there's time traveling, if you tell, I don't know how it works, and, butterfly effect." But the one thing she does do is to warn the present version of herself that she should avoid a particular boy. And anyway, Elliott doesn't really believe any of this has happened because, she was stoned at the time. But then, very quickly, she meets the boy that her future self had told her to avoid. And she starts to wonder what on earth is going on. So it's a kind of, it's a simple idea. It's a simple kind of, time traveling, fantastical idea, or maybe it's just a hallucination. The thing is, it's done with real tenderness and wit and insight. I mean, we know that the whole thing is probably a dream because, the whole setup is she goes to this island, they get off their heads on shrooms, and she's hallucinating. But we also know that since this is a time traveling story conceit, I don't know, maybe it's real. And usually in these things, even if something is a fantasy, there is an element of reality involved in it. But the really smart thing is that even as we have this very fantastical conceit that she is somehow meeting a future version of herself when stoned, even as those sort of potentially bizarre elements come in, the film absolutely keeps its feet on the ground. It is a down-to-earth coming-of-age story with completely believable characters that you know and you like and you want the best for. I think the two central performances by Maisie Steller and Aubrey Plaza are really good as two bickering halves of the same person. You were just talking about people confusing you and me as two halves of the same person. Well, in this case, it works really well, even when the younger version points out that the older version looks nothing like her. Their teeth don't look the same. She's clearly not the same person, and they make a gag about it. Also, although it is a comedy film, and it is, it's funny, it's very, very poignant. And it's poignant in the way, and this will ring a bell for you, it's poignant in the same way that Ted Chiang's The Story of Your Life, I think that's the name of the thing, which is the thing that was filmed as Arrival, is poignant. That it's kind of, it's time traveling, but it's got a heart. It's got a real sort of tender heart to it. I found it really charming, really moving, and kind of beautifully, quietly subversive. And I was really surprised because I knew nothing about it except for the title, which, as you said, well, that's a bit off. But no, I think it's really good, and I think you'd really like it too. It's called My Old Ass.